Coach, back to work, letting that win settle in, and that's it. It's business as usual this week, I would assume.
Yeah, of course. We're where we want to be. At the least you want to be able to give yourself an opportunity to compete for a championship, and this is where we are. And now this week, it's about enjoying the moment. That's the one thing we've learned over the last few years, playing in these games and playing in other competitions. It's about enjoying the moment and the run up to the game. And just get a good weeks of training in. We're not going to reinvent the wheel here. Just going to sharpen up a few things, look at our opponent, and we're just looking forward to it.
All the adversity that this club's faced over the years, even this season, there's been some ups and downs. How much does that prepare you for moments like this weekend?
Yeah, I think what you look at first and foremost as a coaching staff, it's you trying to remain calm through every situation. Whether that's been this year having a down period in the season, last year playing so many games. It's if you believe in the process of what you've tried to build, if you believe in the football that you preach and the players believe in it, I think that's always going to be your guiding light in the long run, and that's what we've kept to this season. When things were going well, you obviously keep on going with it. When things weren't going well for a stretch, we just kept at it. We try not to waver too much off of the plan, and that's what keeps us going with success.
In that last match, Wubens Pacius with the ultimately the game winner on that PK. When Borges goes down in that play, it's called. Pacius picks up the ball, confidently walks to the spot. Is that what you want in your striker? Someone that's just willing to, almost excited for the opportunity to have the ball on his foot in a moment like that.
Well, of course, this is stuff the guys train for, and they know in the games, who's stepping up, and confidence is half the battle with all of these things. And he's a very confident young man. Now, having scored 2 goals in the last 2 games, we know that's very big for his confidence. And when he starts scoring, he keeps on scoring. So hopefully that keeps on going for this last game of the season.
Is that something that's decided on before the match? The coaches, are you making the final call on who takes it, or if a player is that confident, you just kind of let him go?
Oh, the players have a list for all set pieces and everything that's there. Unless a player wants to, walk away from his duty, everything is set up and trained within the week.
All right, so heading to Ottawa now, expecting a big crowd there. Even just talking to some of the players, they're just excited to have a lot of fans there. They don't care which team they're cheering for. Are those the kinds of atmospheres that can feed both clubs in a moment like that?
Yeah, 100%. It's something that I've talked about in the past. We obviously want more fans with us, but if they're with the other opponent, that creates an environment. When you create an environment, I think that makes it much more special for the players that are stepping on the field, those at home and those that are away. And I think that's something that we've lived in CONCACAF competitions especially, and we're looking forward to on Sunday in Ottawa.
There's going to be a lot of talk about the contrasting styles of Forge and Ottawa, but ultimately it does show that there are different ways to get it done. I mean, it's kind of cool that 2 different clubs playing different styles are able to make it to the same point.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the post-game press conference from the game. I think it's fitting that these 2 teams are going to be competing for the championship. I think 2 distinct styles, but 2 teams who are doing it very well. On different ends of the spectrum, and I think that's football. Every coach and team can have their own philosophy, but you always have to respect when another team is doing it very well, even if it's different from what you do. And I think that's what they've proven to do since early on in the season, and it's only fitting that our 2 teams are playing for a championship.
Bus rides are already being planned, fans from Hamilton making the trip to Ottawa. How special is it for even coaches, players to look up in a game like that away from home and still being able to see sections of orange cheering for John?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. We've been there 2 times this year, and we've had a good contingent of fans. I'm expecting a few more. And in those past 2 games, to be honest, we felt their energy. We hear them in the crowd. It's been excellent. So we're just looking forward to as many people making that trip down the 401.
This has been Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis and Behind the Beard. The most Forge content can be found on the Forge Audio Network with Anthony Urciuoli. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.